Lillo Brancato, Jr., is a Colombian-born American actor, known for his performances, Caliguero Anello, in Robert De Niro's 1993 directorial debut, A Bronx Tale. He also played Matthew Bevilacqua, a young mobster on The Sopranos. In December 2005, Brancato was charged with second-degree murder for his role in a burglary in the Bronx, New York, in which an off-duty police officer, Daniel Enchotka, confronted two burglars and was killed in a shootout. Brancato was subsequently acquitted of murder, but was convicted of first-degree attempted burglary and sentenced to 10 years in prison. He was released on parole on December 31, 2013. Co-defendant Stephen Armento was convicted of firing the fatal shot in a separate trial and was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Early life. Brancato was born in Bogotá, Colombia. Adopted when he was 4 months old, he was raised by Italian-American parents, Lillo, Sr., and Domenica, in Yonkers, New York. Brancato studied at Mount St. Michael Academy. His adoptive brother, Bimmy, briefly worked as a fashion model and now works as a Yonkers civil servant. Lillo is the third cousin of American songwriter, lyricist Gregory Franz Brancato. Although he was born in Colombia, Brancato has said, "I consider myself Italian. I was raised to eat pasta." Brancato was discovered while swimming at Jones Beach by a talent scout who noticed Brancato's resemblance to Robert De Niro. Brancato was a fan of De Niro and impressed the scout with an impression of Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver. This won him the role of De Niro's son in A Bronx Tale. Career. Brancato acted in 3 films in the mid-1990s, prior to joining the cast of The Sopranos. In A Bronx Tale in 1993 he played the main character, C, a teenager torn between his father and a mob boss who befriended him as a kid. He also starred alongside Gregory Hines, Danny DeVito, and Mark Wahlberg in the 1994 movie Renaissance Man. In 1995, he played a minor role in Crimson Tide with Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman. In the second season of The Sopranos, which HBO broadcast in 2000, Brancato starred as Matthew Bevilacqua, a young mobster associated with Tony Soprano's crime syndicate. Bevilacqua first appeared in the second season premiere, Guy Walks Into a Psychiatrist's Office, and appeared in 5 more episodes, the last one being Bust Out. However, he was murdered in the previous episode, From Where to Eternity. Brancato also played a mobster in the TV series Falcone, which debuted in 2000. In 2001, Brancato starred opposite fellow Sopranos cast member Drea de Matteo in Abel Ferrara's Our Christmas, Arrests, Conviction, and Incarceration. On June 10, 2005, Brancato was arrested by the Yonkers Police Department, in Yonkers, New York, and charged with 7th-degree misdemeanor criminal possession of a controlled substance. According to press reports, police pulled Brancato over for having a rear brake light out and found he had an expired registration and no other papers for the vehicle. He gave police permission to look in a cigarette box, where they found 4 bags of heroin. On December 10, 2005, Brancato was arrested by the New York City Police Department in the Bronx on suspicion of murdering off-duty police officer Daniel Enchotka. Enchotka had served with the New York City Police Department for 3 years and was assigned to the 40th Precinct in the Bronx. Enchotka confronted Brancato and his accomplice, 48-year-old Stephen Armento, outside at a vacant house located at 3119 Arnau Place, next to his own, after hearing glass break. While Enchotka waited for backup, a gunfight erupted and Enchotka was shot. He was later taken to Jacobi Medical Center, where he died. Police arrested Brancato and Armento in the vicinity, both with multiple gunshot wounds and in critical condition. Armento, who was the father of Brancato's girlfriend Stephanie, was arraigned on first-degree murder, for which he was convicted on October 30, 2008. Armento was later sentenced to life in prison without parole. Brancato was arraigned for second-degree murder, and his trial began on November 17, 2008. On December 22, 2008, a jury found him not guilty of murder, but found him guilty of first-degree attempted burglary. On January 9, 2009, a judge sentenced him to 10 years in prison. Brancato was incarcerated as state inmate number 09A0227 in the Oneida Correctional Facility in Rome, New York, and was subsequently transferred to the Hudson Correctional Facility. On December 31, 2013, he was released on parole. His release was celebrated by friends and family in Pelham Bay, New York. Filmography.